Hello to you all. I hope all is well. Peace and blessings be to you all. I want to come with a video today on the concept of the 144,000. And in this video, I hope to give a better understanding of the word, the concept of the 144,000 as it is spoken in the word. And specifically, I want to speak on the concept of the 144,000 and the essence of the beginning of creation, the 7 days of creation. So let's get into it. Now, the 144,000 is spoken of in the book of Revelation. The first verse I will read is Revelation 7:4. And I heard the number of those who were sealed, 144,000 from all the tribes of Israel. So we see that the 144,000 are of the tribes of Israel. One thing that I consider with it being of the tribes of Israel is that Israel is the seed, of the promise. Now let's go to Revelation 14:1. 144,000 stand with a lamb on Mount Zion and have the name of God written on their foreheads. Now, as I said, the tribes of Israel is of the seed, the promised seed, the seed of the promise. And so, as you see in the beginning, in Genesis, the continuation of the seed goes through the people that follow the word of the Father, which is the Lamb of Yah, which is the child, which is the Messiah. Now let's go to Revelation 14:4. These are they which were not defiled with women, for they are virgins. These are they which follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. These were redeemed from among men, being the first fruits unto God and to the Lamb. Now, as we know, in the beginning, the word of the Most High is the beginning. It is the beginning of all creation, and it is the Son. Now, to get more into depth, I want to go into the next slide. So here, I want to speak specifically or get more in depth on the 144,000 in the days of creation. So they were not defiled with women, for they were virgins. Understand how in the beginning, Adam was defiled with Eve. And this is the way of the carnal man. But realize how the 144,000 followed the Lamb, which is the Word. Adam going astray from the Word and hearkening to the voice of Eve was the defilement of him. And I wanted to be understood that this happened specifically on the 7th day. So ultimately, the 144,000 represents the mind of man that is free from the influence of Eve. Eve represents the strange woman, or the world, or Babylon. They are all one and the same. They all embody the characteristics of the rebellious woman that holds the doctrine of the enemy. Now, let's get into the next point. They follow the Lamb wheresoever he goeth. Understand how the Lamb of the Most High, which is the Son, which is the Messiah, is the Son by way of the Word, way of the Spirit, in the sense of being obedient to the word of the Most High. Understand how, even in the word, how it says that it pretty much implies that we are not merely children of the Most High by being the seed of the promise in the physical sense. That's to say, those who are physically of Israel are not of the promised seed merely because of the physical, but also of the spirit. As it was even said that Jacob was the spiritual man and Esau was the carnal man. And Esau went rather in the ways of the carnal man, which is of Adam, the man who followed the ways of Eve, the woman. And pretty much what I understand from that is that Jacob had the will of the Most High rather on his mind. Esau rather had his own pleasure before the will of the Most High. And now let's go into the next point. They were redeemed from among men, being the first fruits. Adam equals the man. more specifically the fallen man of carnal instincts. So they were redeemed from the path of the carnal man. Remember, as I said, Adam was defiled on the seventh day. So now let's go on to the next slide. So here I broke down some math concerning the 7 days of creation. So 7 days, and 7 days are 24 hours. 24 times 7 equals 168 hours. And as I said, man strayed from the ways of the Most High and followed the voice of the woman, being defiled with the woman on the seventh day. The 144,000 were redeemed from the way of man on the seventh day and followed the Lamb. And the Lamb and Yah on the seventh day were to rest in all of his creation that he made, the perfection of it and the goodness of it. So now, 168 minus 24, that's to say 7 days minus 1 equals 144. What I'm implying with this is that I believe the 144,000 in the 7 days of creation worked 6 days doing the will of the Most High by his word, obeying his word, which is following the Lamb, until the 6th day. And on the 7th day, they rested with the Lamb, and they rested with Yah, being free from the defilement of themselves, which is on the 7th day, being redeemed from man. They are as angels whose focus is to do the will and work of the Most High. And they put that before their desire. They put it before the desires of the woman. Because truly that is what keeps the way of life, is the word of the Most High. And everything comes after the word of the Most High. First is the word of the Most High. Anything else after that is second to it. Our own desires are second to the will of the Most High, the word of the Most High. And so they are as workers of Yah, being as the light spoken by Yah in the beginning. By following his word, they are as the light. And by following his word, they keep the order of life. Think about how Adam had duties before Eve, being to keep and to till the garden. And on the 7th day, they were to rest in that. And so tying it back into the book of Revelation is that as the Revelation talks about the 1,000-year reign, which will be with the Messiah. So think of it as the 6,000 years is as the days of work, the days of creation. And the 1,000-year reign is as the Sabbath, the day of rest. And so that was just a brief layout of this idea, this concept. And in the future, I hope to be able to get more in depth if needed. I pray I be blessed in the name of the only begotten Son, and all praise be our Father, Yah. Amen.